In the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You talk about this Miami defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game. Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There have been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. Howell out of the shotgun. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. Down the right sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Quez Watkins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now a man who tore up the Packers in the NFC title game a few years back. It's Raheem Mostert. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, this defense for the Seahawks very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
In motion goes the tight end. Tua on 4th down. That went out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field. And we are ready to rock. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. 4th and short, they had the ball right at the midfield stripe. Was curious what they were going to do. Turns out going for it, the good play.
Reminded me of a conversation we had yesterday before this game where you said, you know, it's interesting about the NFL nowadays. Oftentimes in short yardage situations, they throw the ball. In the old days, they would run it. That was an old school call right there.
11 more on that one and another first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Tua going to throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, it's Tua. It's caught. Beckham. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up second down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that's incomplete. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Sanders' kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Or maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Off play action. It's Howell. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The first catch of the ball game there for Metcalf. And a first down to boot. To the right side, this is Walker. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the 1st quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Powell. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Final 30 seconds of this 1st quarter. And it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. And Howell will throw it. Again, that's Watkins. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Howell changing the play here. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Walker with a grab, left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back to throw, Howell. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And defenses go into games against Seattle understanding that DK Metcalf is someone who presents a lot of problems for them with his blend of size, speed, and physicality. And he picks up another 1st down there. Big play guy, topped the 1,000-yard mark in each of the previous 2 seasons. If he keeps making plays like that, we know he's going to have a good shot to make it 3 straight by the end of this season.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now they go play action with Howell. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. Myers' kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. They'll swing this out to Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Tua sets up to pass it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
So the completion gets them just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To a hit, and the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now it's right. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Second down, here's Mostert again. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep
under pressure. They got him again. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. Now Howell. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown Seahawks. Ken Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Let's go.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And bulldozing his way through. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Looking to pass. Tua. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back at their own 17.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own.
Faking the handoff. Howell. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Howell from the gun. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Throwing here, Howell. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Tua. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
44, ready.
Now Tua. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's swung out to Mostert. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Well, Howell's going to mix it up here. They go play action here on 1st down. That is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Trying the left side with Walker. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Howell down to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Howell. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Quez Watkins with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks just continue to roll. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fighting his way through contact. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
Now they go play action with Howell.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
18, Pioneer. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
And Howe will throw it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Hey, smash Bronco. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, 19 Lion. Take go.
Howe, he'll look to throw it.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And that's a hard-earned yard there as he takes a pretty good jolt at the end of that one. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9.
Here's Tua. Being chased out left. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he'll just get rid of it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jonnu Smith from 17 yards out.
And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
The 20. 10.
Down the left sideline.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
44 yards.
And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Oh, hit as he throws there incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Out route to Hill, complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll run for it with Achane. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Howell. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 2nd and 10. Howell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, but that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect.
And now here's another interception.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. From the gun, it's Tua. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They'll go. Achane.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Tua sets up to pass it.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in.
Well, just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 3.
Tua going to throw.
Got an open man. It's Schwartz.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Tua to throw again.
That's going to be caught downfield by Hill.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. He got 29 yards that time. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pushing his way through. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some more.
Here's a diving catch right side. And he'll be knocked to the turf right there as he gets it up to the 43. Now Tua. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Tua.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And now here is another interception.
Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Seven Pirates. Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away.
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and
into a double team, and it's intercepted.
He's to the 10. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, You've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost him 6 points.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
I ain't seen real process, see nothing. I ain't seen real.